Hi, I'm Andrew Wilson, and along with David McLean, I'm one of the co-founders of this project. So firstly, hello to students and alumni at Robert Gordon, and hello to students and alumni from Sheffield Hallam. As a member of the architecture staff, I'm very lucky. I get to travel quite often with work, often European field trips, more recently week-long study trips to China, where we've actually worked with local practitioners and people of the city to try and get a real understanding of international practice. However, the experience I've had that I think is that which I'd like to share with you today was back in 2010. I was very lucky that I was invited to teach at the University of Malaya in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. That was an 8-week period, and a few insights I'd like to share from that. The first, I think the most important perhaps, is whilst I was there, I was working with staff who were Malayan, Indian, Syrian, from Korea, from China. And also whilst there was a visit from an American university, so there was staff from and students from America. So I think perhaps by definition a practice that's working internationally is likely to be a very cosmopolitan experience. So perhaps an open mind that actually surprises are going to be constant. To follow that up really, a number of the Chinese projects that I've been out to work with, you'll find that the staff in an international office are from Germany, from France, again from Australia and America. So I think it's fair to say, yes, international practice is truly cosmopolitan. Whilst I was there, challenges I faced were few, to be honest. It was an English language speaking university, so I was able to be myself in that sense, and a few subtleties. Timekeeping was generally a very laid-back approach, and again I think it was my responsibility to adjust to that rather than to see that as some kind of problem. So I think getting used to adjusting to local ways of working is inevitable. But I think my proudest let's say contribution to the trip was I was there for 8 weeks, and I had a great opportunity to travel, which I did most weekends around cities and towns in Malaysia, and wherever I could I spent the time to visit museums, galleries, to really get to understand more about the country in which I was actually spending time. And towards the end of my time as a teacher working with students, I think I felt increasingly confident to talk about my understanding of Malaysia, their history, and I think importantly their current ambitions. So Merdeka, which was independence for Malaysia, was a very important achievement, and I think a very positive future vision called One Malaysia, which was an emerging, let's say, social idea for the country, was really appreciated by the students when I started to talk about these things. So I think that's the key advice I would share is it takes time, but the sooner that you can actually start to demonstrate an appreciation for the culture, the country, the tradition, where you're spending your time, I think the sooner you'll be welcomed in and the more productive your time will be. So I hope that was useful, and of course we're really grateful to everyone who's made a contribution to this project, so thank you.